Okay, in section 1.4, we're going to introduce equations with variables on both sides and practice solving those. Okay, so if I look at the first one, the difference between what we did before is that we normally look for which side has the variable. The 5x is on the left, but the 3x is on the right. And if you learned in middle school to put the little line down near the equal sign, that can be helpful too, so you know you can't combine things across there. Okay, when there's variables on both sides, I decide which one I want to cancel. Okay, so I see that there's a 5x on the left side. It's all by itself. And on the right side, I have 3x plus 24. Okay, since the 5x is already alone, I want to leave him there. Since the 3x is with the 24, I'm going to cancel the 3x. Since it's a positive 3x, I'm going to subtract 3x. Whatever I do to the right, I do to the left. And I am going to line it up under the like terms. Because if I do 5x minus 3x, I get 2x. Bring down the equals. 3x minus 3x is nothing. I'm going to bring down that plus 24, which is really just positive 24. And then from here, you guys know how to solve it by doing the division step. Okay, so I'm going to get x equals 12 for example 1a. Okay, go ahead and copy example B and try it on your own. Pause the video, and then when you're done, check your answer. Unpause so you can check your answer. Okay, for problem B, I got x equals 7. Okay, check if you did not get x equals 7, check your work so we can try to find our mistake. Okay, I'm going to go over C, and I'm going to have you try D on your own. Okay, let's see. For C, again, there's an x on the left side, there's an x on the right side. The 9x is by itself. The minus x minus 20 is with the 20. So I'm going to cancel the minus x. If it helps, keep it in mind this is a negative 1x. To cancel a negative 1x, I do a positive 1x. Do it to the left side. 9 plus 1, 10x equals, these cancel, and then that is a minus 20. So I need to bring down the minus and the 20. Okay, from there I can solve it. X equals negative 2. Okay, copy problem D, pause the video, and then once you have an answer, unpause it so you can check. For D, my answer was x equals 3. If you did not get x equals 3, check your work, and we can see what we're different on. Okay, the next example is very similar. It's just a little bit rearranged. So on this first one here, I can see I have variables on the left and variables on the right. Okay, in this case, the 10x is alone on the right and the 2x plus 48 is together on the left. Because the 2x and the 48 are together, I'm going to cancel the 2x first. That's a positive 2x, so I'm going to subtract 2x. I'm going to bring down the plus 48, which is really just a positive 48. 10 minus 2 is 8x. Okay, so I end up with 6 equals x, or x equals 6. That's the same. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and do B. Unpause when you're ready to check your answer. Okay, for B, I got 2 equals x, or x equals 2. Again, check your work if you did not get the same answer as me so we can see where the mistake is. Okay, I'm going to go over C, and then I'm going to have you do D. Okay, for C, again, I'm looking to see there's x's on the left and there's x's on the right. Since the right side just has an 8x, I'll leave the 8x alone. Since this has 6x minus 14, I'm going to cancel the 6x. That's a positive 6x, so I'm going to subtract 6x. Those cancel. When I bring down that 14, that's a minus 14. The minus 14 needs to keep its negative sign. 8 minus 6 is 2x. Okay, for D, I got x equals negative 4. Check your work, see if you got the same as me. If not, try to find your mistake. Okay, now we're on example 3. What's different about example 3? Well, I have 6x minus 5 on the left. I have 15 minus 4x on the right. So there's variables and constants on both sides. So in this case, I want to cancel an x off. It doesn't matter if you cancel the 6x or the minus 4x. It's up to you. because a lot of you like the x on the left side, I'm going to cancel the 1 off the right side. Since it's a minus 4x, I'm going to put plus 4x. Do it to the right side, do it to the left side, and line it up under the like terms. So the 6x and the 4x must go together. 6x plus 4x is 10x. I'm going to bring down the minus, the 5, the equals, the 15, and the minus 4x plus 4x canceled. Okay, now I have a two-step equation. So I'm going to go ahead and solve this like I normally do. 10x equals 20. Divide by 10 on both sides. Okay, I'm going to get x equals 2. Okay, go ahead and copy B. I'm going to go over B as well. Okay, pause the video if you're writing. Okay, it's similar in that 3x plus 11 is on the left side, x minus 5 is on the right side. So there's x's on both sides. I want to cancel them off one of the sides. It does not matter which side you cancel. Okay, because a lot of you like the variables on the left, I'm going to cancel them off the right. On the right side, I have a 1x. Since it's a 1x, I'm going to subtract 1x to cancel it. Then I need to line it up under the x column. 3x minus 1x is 2x plus 11 equals, these cancel, and that's a minus 5, so I need to bring down a minus 5. Now it's a two-step equation, so I'm going to minus the 11. This is going to be a negative. If I add two negatives, they stay negative. 5 and 11 is 16. Okay, so for B, I got x equals -8. Okay, I'm going to have you go ahead and try C and D on your own. When you're done with C and D, unpause the video and check your work. Okay, if you finish C and D, for C, I found x equals 16. For D, I found x equals -3. Okay, check your work if you got either one wrong. And then go ahead and try E. Okay, for E, I got x equals -5, and your work could be a little different, and we would get the same answer. Okay, now for F, we have options on F. A lot of you like to minus the 9x over to here, which is fine. That'll work. It'll give you the variable on the left side, which a lot of you like. Or you could minus the 1x over to here. That'll give you positive numbers. So if you don't like negatives, you might want to minus the 1x. If you like things on the left side, you might want to minus the 9x. Either way, we should get the same answer. Okay, I think I'll minus the 1x just to show you how that would work. Okay, and if you're doing it the opposite of me, that's fine. At the end, we're going to get the same answer. Okay, that's a positive 8x. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and solve this backwards. Okay, doing it the way I did, I got x equals 11. If you had done it the opposite way, you would also have x equals 11, but you would have had -8x plus 81 equals -7, and then -8x equals -88, but we still would have gotten x equals 11. Okay, we're going to do a few more. I'm going to go ahead and do G, although if you're feeling good, you can start moving ahead of me. Let's see, I'm going to plus the 16x. Make sure you line it up under the x column, which is right here. Bring down the 39. Let's see, 16 is bigger than 12, so it's going to be a plus. 16 minus 4x equals 7, and these cancel. Okay, now I can solve. Minus 39. Okay, 4x equals 7 minus 30. That's negative. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 32. Okay, so I got x equals -8, and if your steps are in a different order, we should still get the same answer. Okay, go ahead and try H on your own. Pause the video, and then check your answer. Okay, for H, I got x equals -9, and our steps could be in different orders, but we should end up with the same result. Okay, last two, and if you want to try them on your own, go ahead and try them on your own. If you want me to see me working them with you, then go ahead and do that as well. Let's see, this one, they just have a little bit of an extra thing on it. Okay, so I see parentheses right away. I'm going to distribute. Okay, now that I distributed it, now I'll look at it because there are x's on the left and the right. So it doesn't matter which ones I cancel. I think I'm going to cancel them off the right. There's a minus 1x, so I'm going to plus the 1x over. That'll be 6x, bring down the minus, the 10, the equals, and the 14, and the minus 1x and plus x cancel. Okay, and I'll go ahead and solve my two-step equation. Okay, so I got x equals 4, and again, your steps can be a bit different, but should be similar. Okay, last one's going to be J. J's got a lot of stuff going on, but you can see the answer at the bottom. You should get 3. Okay, so I see parentheses. I'm going to go ahead and distribute those because I know I can do those really quickly. 3x minus 21. Okay, now the left side looks a little messy too. Because if I look over here, I've got so many x's going on. I think I'm going to combine the like terms there. Because I have a 2x minus 10x. 2 minus 10 is negative 8x. I'll bring down plus 12. Okay, this is looking better now. Okay, from here, I figure out which x you want to cancel. If you don't like negatives, I would plus the 8x over. If you like things on the left side, I would minus 3x over. Okay, I'll minus the 3x this time because last time I avoided the negatives. This time I'll show you the negatives. Okay, so I'm going to get negative 11x plus 12 equals, and that's a negative 21 I'm bringing down. Okay, let's go ahead and solve. Minus 12 equals negative, and then I'm going to add them up because they're both negatives, but it's still a negative result. Divide by negative 11. Okay, so I'm going to get x equals, since this is a negative over a negative, it should turn to a positive. 33 divided by 11 is 3. Okay, and if you decided to add the 8x way up above where I did minus 3x, you would have the same answer, but you would have had all positives along the way.